The iPhone 14s have just been launched, and I can say that iPhones aren't losing to Android any sooner, for 10 key reasons. One is that we're getting a better display wise compared to last year's. Yes, they look identical, but this new isn't that bad as it supports LTPO Tech 2.0 to adjust the high 120Hz refresh rate to as low as 1Hz to save power. And it does really get bright. You might have known that the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra had the brightest display on any smartphone, maxing out at 1750 nits. Well, this is 12.5% brighter at 2000 nits, and I can say that Apple has leapfrogged their way to the top again in terms of display quality. Second is the always on display. You might know that Androids have had always on display for years. The main lock screens dims out and then the always on display kicks in, showing the usual information with an option to add some pictures by choice. But the iPhone 14's always on display is more revamped. It's just like the lock screen dimming, but to a level which doesn't affect battery life in any way. Third is the disappearance of the huge nuts, finally. And though it's still available on the other iPhone 14's phones as opposed to the Pros, it's safe to know that it's better. But it's the notch of the iPhone 14 Pros that I'm proud of, and it's really exciting. It looks just so nice, and that's not at all the good bits. The notch panel is a dark area which a few functions are added by transitions, which implies the charging notification, regular notifications, as well as a few quick toggles, and it's very impressive because there's no other phone that has done it, nothing else. And number 5 is iOS 16. Though iOS 16 is available to old phones as low as the iPhone X series, we're finally getting features that have kept it on par with Android 13. I'm talking about customizations that makes every iPhone user feel grateful, and for once the iOS software doesn't look repugnant. It was definitely top of this game. The number 6 is the A16 Bionic, and judging by how good last year's A15 chip was, we could expect better. Note this though, the A16 Bionic chip is only available to the iPhone 14 Pros. The normal iPhone 14s are still stuck with the same A15 Bionic. And why this is not such a bad trade-off, as Apple and the normal consumer is being satisfied, because Apple's way is that they aren't going to have to create new chipsets. At least they save 50% revenue, as they don't have to make A16 chips for the regular iPhone 14s. And the consumers, the A15 Bionic was already capable. There was nothing that the A15 Bionic couldn't handle last year, and so it's not really that bad that these phones are still that same chipset, because it was the most powerful chipset of last year, and it's trying to do so this year too. And number 7 is the price. It's great to know that Apple is keeping the iPhone 14 lineup at bay with its pricing. The normal iPhone 14 costs $699. The 14 Plus is at $899. The Pro costs $999, and the Pro Max costs a nice $1,099, which is great to consumers. Number 8 is the improvement on the selfie cameras. On the front is a 12 megapixel sensor with a new photonic engine to keep selfies at their best for your Instagram and Snapchat posts. On the rear is a 48 megapixel sensor, which should let in 40% more light, and it is 65% bigger than the last year's previous generation, which should mean better photos. And since last year's 12 megapixel sensor was so good, how do you expect the new 48 megapixel sensor to perform? Really great, right? And if you're enjoying this video, subscribe. And number 10 is the cinematic video. Yes, Apple has had cinematic video for a long time, but now it shoots in 4K. It shoots in 4K, and it will be on par with the amazing abilities of regular DSLR cameras. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like too. I'm Hilary, this is Hilary Chi, ready for the next one.